Do you know that Australia is home to 22.7 million people, but it also hosts over 200 million rabbits? That's almost 10 times the human population. These rabbits have caused so much havoc in Australia that the government has officially declared them a destructive species. Every attempt to control them has largely failed. Meanwhile, over the past 30 years, China has imported more than 400,000 rabbits, not for food, but for a unique experiment in the Kubuqi desert. And the results shocked the entire world. Welcome once again to Dark Mystoria. TV viewers, have you ever wondered how deserts, which swallow fertile land, transform it into barren wastelands? This process is called desertification, and one of the biggest victims is China's Kubuqi desert. Once, the desert was expanding by 500,000 acres every year, consuming fertile land at an alarming rate. China tried everything to slow it down. During the 1950s and 60s, multiple projects were launched. Sand control stations were built, trees were planted, but the desert seemed unstoppable. Then came Wang Wenbiao, a local entrepreneur, who changed everything. He invested his own money into a bizarre idea. Wang began planting dry shrubs in square patterns across hundreds of acres of desert and interspersed them with willow trees, also known as desert willows. Willow trees are special. They can survive without water because their roots dig 300 feet deep to find moisture underground. Their wood can be used for paper and furniture, but only if the trees survive in the harsh desert. The desert winds were fierce, scattering sand and evaporating moisture trapped in it. To protect the willows, shrubs were planted around them. At first, people laughed at Wang, thinking he was crazy to plant trees in a desert. But no one knew the full plan. For the first 3 years, everything went well, but soon, a new challenge arose. The willow trees now needed special care. For the trees to be sold to the paper and furniture industry at high prices, their new shoots had to be cut regularly so the main trunk could grow thicker. But doing this in the desert was difficult and expensive. And this is where the rabbits come in. Specifically, the Rex rabbits. Rex rabbits are a special breed with fur as soft as otter or mink, used for luxury clothing. But why were rabbits introduced here? Because of one small habit, they changed the Kubuqi desert's ecosystem. Rex rabbits love to eat the new shoots of willow trees. As they ate these tender shoots, the tree trunks became thicker and stronger, perfect for the paper industry. But that was just the beginning. Remember, the willow roots go 300 feet underground. They stabilized the sand, preventing erosion and evaporation of moisture. Meanwhile, the rabbits' waste acted as a natural fertilizer, enriching the soil. Rex rabbits reproduce rapidly. A female can give birth to up to 50 kits per year. As their population grew, so did their contribution to soil fertility. Soon, sand turned into fertile land, and organic vegetables started growing. Another unique trait of Rex rabbits is that while they eat grass, they don't digest the seeds. These seeds pass through their droppings and sprout, multiplying the grass naturally. Rabbits were not just maintaining the willows, they were growing grass and producing valuable fur. This process created a self-sustaining cycle. Rabbits literally started turning the desert green. Wang didn't stop there. He rented 100 bulldozers, leveled sand dunes, filled pits, and planted more willows. Local people were encouraged to raise Rex rabbits. Millions were imported and distributed. Each household now had a small farm. The project ran for over 10 years. What was once barren desert became a thriving green area. The Kubuqi desert covers 18,600 square kilometers, and according to UN reports, 33%, or 6,250 square kilometers, has turned green. This transformation earned the desert the title of an ecological marvel. But it didn't just change the environment. People's lives changed too. The Chinese government invested 3 billion yuan, about $400 million, to create new villages and jobs. Today, over 2,000 farms operate here, selling 3 million Rex rabbits annually. An average farmer earns up to $9,600 per year. Now, a question arises: if rabbits can turn deserts green, why are they dangerous in Australia? The answer is control. Rabbits were not native to Australia before 1859. A British settler introduced just 24 rabbits for hunting purposes. Within 70 years, their population exploded, becoming uncontrollable. In China, rabbits are kept in a controlled environment, used responsibly for mutual benefit. The Kubuqi Desert story doesn't end there. The world's largest solar power image, the Jumna solar power plant, was built here. Spanning 6,000 acres with 5 million solar panels, it forms the shape of a galloping horse when viewed from space. According to the Guinness World Records, it generates 2.3 billion kilowatts of energy and has saved 7,600 tons of coal while reducing 1.8 million tons of CO2. But this solar plant does more than produce electricity, it fights desertification. The panels shade the ground, reducing evaporation and allowing grass to grow. Rex rabbits graze the grass and spread seeds through their droppings. The desert slowly becomes fertile, wind speed decreases by 50%, and the soil structure improves. Today, if you visit Kubuqi, you'll see goats, ducks, and rabbits living together. Grass grows under solar panels, and clusters of willows surround them. What was once the sea of death is now the sea of life, all thanks to the smart use of rabbits. Researchers around the world now call this the eco-economic revolution. Half of the world's land area is desert, and 40% is affected by desertification. Europe, the US, and other countries are studying China's model. The message of Kubuqi Desert is clear: if humans and nature work together, even a sea of death can become a garden of life. We hope you enjoyed this video from Dark Mystoria TV. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. We appreciate your love and support. See you in the next amazing video.